What's up? What's up? What's up? Here's your Niall Sebastian Power Sieger. Welcome to this live stream. In this live stream, I'm gonna try to practice some universal communication with a creature which have lived as a woman before, and she have lost her human body because the human body died. And that creature I'm gonna communicate with is here in Bonn. She's staying in the area where I'm staying since a longer while, and she's causing a lot of trouble, stress, and a lot of unnecessary chaos and pain in my human life. And she's doing that by the method that she's using body sharing, which means she is connected often in symbiosis to my human body, and she is influencing my human body in a very bad way, which then will lead to a situation that I have problems to manage my daily life. So when I say that creature is connected in symbiosis to my human body and can influence my human body, I mean with that she can manipulate my human brain by being connected to that. She can cause chaos, memory problems, and a lot of other stuff, also pain in my physical human body. And that creature I'm talking about, her name is Withney, and she's doing that since a longer while in my life, to create a situation where I don't look stupid in front of all of you guys which are watching the videos if I do inform about universal communication. And she communicated to me in the past that she's doing that to achieve her own goal. And her own goal is that I do look stupid in front of another woman, a living woman, which potentially also see this video material. So the creature Withney, which have lived as a woman before and which have lost her human body, as I explained, she can communicate today and she can present herself towards you, the people which are watching the live streams, by using the natural environment, by influencing and controlling the natural environment, for example the weather. So she can canalize wind to communicate and to present herself. Please watch the tree in the background closely. You could see in the beginning of the video it was often very quiet. That's gonna be potentially a different situation very soon as I start the universal communication with Withney. So Withney, you are here is correct, right? And if you can agree to the fact that you are here, and if you can agree to the fact that you are willing to produce a video, then please trigger the wind level that the people which are watching the video can see them much more movement in this huge tree behind me. And for the people which are watching the video material in the live stream, please let your eyes get used to the tree, because you have to watch the tree very closely to get Withney's opinion, because she gonna use the tree to present herself towards you, the people which are watching the video, but also to reply to my questions. So you can see the tree is now quiet again. In between there was some movement because Withney did canalize some wind to the tree, and if she's doing that, that tree is moving more. So let your eyes get used to that, and I gonna request from Withney to repeat one time the procedure so that she's canalizing wind one more time, and clearly to make that clear to you, the people which are watching the video. So Withney Houston is her complete name. She have lived as a woman known as Withney Houston in the public. So Withney Houston, you are here, you are able to communicate. and you're willing to produce a video. If you can agree to all that stuff, can you produce a lot of wind in the tree so that the people see more movement, and the people which are watching the video, if you watch the tree closely, you can see that there is movement because Withney is canalizing more and more wind. And I'm gonna optimize my communication with Withney a little bit. Please use also always a good wind level, so a strong one, so that the people see a clear and strong movement, especially also in the top of the tree. Because for the people which are watching the video, you can see that she did shake the tree in this area over here where I'm pointing my finger at. That's where you could see more movement before. And now I'm optimizing myself with Withney, and I give her the input that she can present herself clearly by using the complete tree and by using a good wind level, which you later can see in the video. That's what you see right now. I requested that she's shaking that tree a bit and that she's using a stronger wind level, and that's what she's doing. So I'm gonna use the live camera also to present you the area a little bit. So I'm gonna open the window and I'm gonna present you the outside. I'm gonna film the outside for you. And please be aware, there's not only the live stream, later on there's gonna be another video online as well, with the same camera view, so where you see the tree, and where I'm also filmed a little bit better. So you're gonna get another video material later as well from the YouTube channels. So give me a moment, I'm gonna present you the area. I'm gonna open the window for a second. So that is the tree Withney is using for communication. That is the area. Here you can see the Post Tower. I'm in Bonn, Germany. And these are some gardens. There's the United Nations building. And there are houses in the background, and that's how you can see how huge this tree is. Right? If you compare the tree to the houses, the tree is very high. So these are the garden areas. I'm going to use the other camera to present you the same stuff, because the other camera is filming for YouTube. So that is the tree again. These are the gardens. There are the houses in the background, the United Nations building and the Post Tower, and we are in Bonn, close to the Rheinauer Park. So I'm gonna close the window, because otherwise it's getting cold in here very quickly, because it's not so warm outside, even if the sun is shining. So so I'm gonna communicate with Withney, and I'm gonna watch the camera the whole time, then I can see how good or bad it is filmed. So Withney, can you agree to the fact that by body sharing you do attack me very often, especially when I try to produce video documentations with other creatures which have lived as human beings before? So with creatures which are ancestors of other living families, which are trying to produce videos to send their living family members a live signal. Can you agree to the fact that you do often attack me if I try to help other creatures to reach their living family members? And the people can see that the wind level is raising, so she's using a stronger wind level again. And that's why you can see now more movement in this tree, and she's shaking that tree. So she's canalizing wind from the area around the tree to the tree, and then the tree is reacting to the higher wind level. And with that procedure, Withney is agreeing, for you, the people which are watching the video, to the fact that she's often attacking me by using body sharing, so by causing pain or confusion and stuff like that inside my human body. When I try to produce videos with other creatures which have lived as human beings before and which want to produce video material to leave a life signal for their living family members. And you could see she triggered the wind very well, so you can see much more movement. The good thing with videos is you always can go back, so you can rewind in case you haven't seen everything very good. You can watch the video again. So I'm gonna ask Withney specific questions, and if she wants to agree to something, so if she wants to say yes, she can use a higher wind level like she's doing it right now. I'm gonna leave my finger up here for a moment, and Withney can trigger the wind a little bit to make that specific and clear to you, the people which are watching the video, how specific she can react and how specific she can communicate if she's triggering and using the wind for communication purpose. And you can see she canalized more wind to that area, and that's what she's doing right now. And then you have that shaking effect of the tree. See that? So she can use wind waves and send them to the tree, and then you see the reaction of the tree. And Withney gonna do that always when she want to agree to something. I speak out when I ask her specific questions, that you the people do understand that better. So Withney, that's a good wind level. That as a feedback from me, Niall, to Withney, the creator, so that she knows what the cameras can capture well, that you later can see that very good, and which kind of wind level she have to use today. So that's a good wind level, that's a very clear reaction. Important for the people which are watching the videos also in between. So I'm gonna ask her questions, and in between I give her the chance to let the area become quiet again. That's very important, so that you can see the huge difference when she's reacting very specific. She's agreeing to that by the stronger wind wave she did trigger. Okay? For the people which do not know universal communication, please get used to the fact that you should watch the tree if you want to understand Withney's answers. And please understand, I'm asking the questions, and she can say yes, or she can react different, and then she's giving me the indication that she wants to say no, and then I can ask her that question. And in that way I can make it transparent, my communication with her towards you, the people which are watching the video, and she can make herself and her answers transparent towards you, the people which are watching the video. So the situation I'm speaking about here in this video is more or less a private living situation in my life of me, Niall. I do have very strong feelings for a woman on planet Earth, so a living woman, and the creator Withney, which have lived as a woman before but which already have lost her human body. She do often create a situation in my life where them can not produce video material without looking stupid. And that's because she's causing so much stress and pain inside my human body when I try to produce such video material. So she's connected in symbiosis to my human body, and she can cause pain and other things in my human body by being connected in symbiosis to that human body and by being able to do so. Withney triggered the wind to agree to that stuff one more time clearly for you, the people which are watching the video. That's why she was using a higher wind level. Okay? So now, Withney, can you agree stronger to that? So can you use more wind to make that point one more time clear? And for the people, sometimes I'm going to ask questions not one time, maybe 2 or 3 times, just to ensure that you do understand, the people which are watching the video, and to ensure that you do understand Withney correct. She's using a higher wind level. She's going to start now. She's going to trigger more and more wind, and you can see more and more movement now in this huge tree. Withney, can you canalize more wind to make that more specific, clear? She's going to send a wind wave, and that's what you see here, for example, okay? I'm going to try to explain everything to you and to present it to you best as possible. So she's sending wind waves from here to there, and that's why the tree is moving like that. And you can see she did send a strong wind wave, so she did agree to what I spoke out. For you, the people which are watching the video. So Withney is causing a very, very stupid situation in my life, is how I look at that. Because she wants to make me look stupid in video material, so that another woman, if she sees the video material, do judge wrong about me, because I have feelings for that one woman. And Withney, I'm gonna ask her a easy question. Watch that. Withney, can you agree to the fact that you do like me more than a little bit? And is that the reason why you do behave like that? So, or let me ask more specific. Do you want a relationship with me, Niall? And is that the reason why you behave like that? And you can see she's triggering the wind very strong. And with that, she's agreeing to that. And that's why you can see the tree shaking more. Withney, can you make that point clear one more time by shaking the tree more? And she's going to start to do so now. And that's why you see more movement in this tree. Okay? So, make it more clear one time so that the people have the chance to understand that. So you want a relationship with me and you are unhappy that I have feelings for another living woman. And that's the reason why you do behave in that way, like I did explain it and how you did agree to that. So that I look stupid in front of the other woman in case she sees video material from me. That's correct, right? And she's gonna trigger the wind for that clearly now to agree to that for the people which are watching the video. Okay? Shake it a little bit more. She did shake it a little bit more over here. Can you send a wind wave to the crown, to the top of the tree, to make that one more time clear? Because I think the people need to see specific movement in the tree to understand it better. She will start to canalize the wind to the crown of the tree to agree one time to that. And then you will see now more movement in the crown if you watch closely. Please watch it on a huge screen so that you are able to see it. Now you can see that the crown is moving more, and in that area over here she did canalize more wind. So can you shake it a little bit more even? Yes? Yes, she will shake the tree one more time, very clear and very specific for you, the people, and also the crown. And she gonna agree to all the little facts I did ask her so far in this video with the next wind wave. So Withney, then please start to do so now so that the people can see it as specific communication. She's starting to do so now. I will leave my finger up here for a moment because I have to give her a moment to react specific, to canalize the wind, to raise the wind level to such a high wind level that this huge freedom is shaking more. And she's gonna start to do so. When? No? Now, she's gonna start to shake the tree one more time to make that point clear to you, the people which are watching the video, including the crown of the tree. And now I give Withney the a little moment to react and to do so that you, the people, can see that clearly. So you can see the crown is shaking now much more, and she's canalizing a lot of wind to the tree so that you have a much higher wind level and that you see much more movement in this plant. Okay? And please also, if you watch the videos, if I point with my finger to a specific area like over here, please watch them always the area, because that's also where I look at. And of course, if I communicate with creatures which have lived as human beings before, which do use the natural environment to communicate with me and to present themselves, they use the area where I look at, because that's the most easy thing for me to understand. So, and you can see Withney is shaking the whole tree. She's using a much higher wind level as it was requested. So I'm gonna speak a little bit about what this behavior from Withney inside my human body do mean to me, the creature Niall, who was born in my human body and who have lived in my human body. So for me, a man who have lived a normal life for a long time, up to a special point in my life, and that from that moment on I was able to communicate with creatures which have lived as human beings before and which are, for example, able to connect with my human body in symbiosis. So before that I had a normal life, and since then my life is affected by body sharing, which means I have to suffer often from body sharing. So when other creatures which have lived as human beings before do connect in symbiosis to my human body to communicate with me peacefully maybe, or to attack me, or to put pressure on me. And as I said, if they're connected in symbiosis to human bodies, they can do a lot of different stuff. So it's easy to lose yourself in all the different stuff they can do, because it's so complex. So I just will mention a few things in this video. I will not explain everything, but I give you an example. Sometimes I try to communicate with the woman I love, so with the woman I have strong feelings for. And then Withney is causing a situation in my human body constantly that I have to go to the toilet very quick to take a piss. And she's doing that by triggering my human body. And she's doing that very specific in these moments when I try to communicate with the woman I love, to avoid that I'll be able to communicate with her. To explain that a little bit better, the woman I love, she's not living here, so she's living far away, and I have to use Facebook to communicate with her. So if I try to produce a video for her, or if I try to write down a few intelligent, smart, beautiful sentences for her, in such cases, Withney often attacks me by connecting in symbiosis to my human body and by giving my brain the order that I have to go to the toilet. Which means I, the human, I feel the need to go to the toilet very quickly. Otherwise, I feel like I would have to piss into my pants, which is not very nice. If I get attacked like that, that's important to understand. I cannot avoid the attack. No human ever could avoid attacks like that, and no human ever would be able to protect him or herself from attacks like that if they come from creatures which have lived as human beings before, which are able to connect in symbiosis with a human body and which are able to do such stuff. Withney, the tree is now quiet. Can you agree to the fact that also other living humans, so for example, if you would like to connect to another human body in symbiosis, you also could organize a situation that human them have to go to the toilet constantly because you are connected in symbiosis to that human body and you giving the brain the input, the human brain the input. Can you agree to the fact that you can attack, that you potentially could attack all humans like that, and that no living human would be able to protect him or herself from such attacks like I have described it? If you can agree to that fact, please trigger the wind clearly and please shake that tree a little bit around so that the people can see clearly. So for the people which are watching the video, I'm going to explain now the next few moments what you see. She do trigger the wind. Withney, can you make that stronger? Can you make that point very clear? She's going to use a higher wind level for you. And if you watch the tree closely, you can see that more and more wind now is reaching the tree. That is why this area of the tree do start to shake more. But Withney, can you make it very clear, please? Please use a lot of wind to make that point clear. So you can connect in symbiosis to human bodies, and you can influence human bodies in a way that the human them do feel that they have to go to the toilet and that they cannot avoid to go to the toilet. If that's correct, please trigger the wind one time clearly. She's gonna answer now. She's gonna agree to that by using a higher wind level, and you can see now that she starts to shake the tree a lot, and she's using a higher good wind level so that you, the people, can see the movement. Because Withney, if the movement of the tree is not strong enough, the people cannot see it if they watch the video. You have to use a strong wind level always. That's important for you to understand. So shake that tree please a little bit more. I want to see that thing shaking, Withney, if you can agree to the stuff I spoke out. That's not specific enough, Withney. I need a specific, strong yes if you can agree to the fact. And I would not like to repeat the questions 100 times. To be absolutely clear. So Withney, can you agree yes or no? She's giving me a signal by body sharing yes. If yes is your answer, please trigger the wind strong on that tree so that the people can see that. And now she's triggering the wind again, and she has to use even a higher wind level. Please be focused with me, and please be clear and professional in communicating with the people which are watching the video. So shake that tree a little bit if you want to agree. So for the people, you can see if you watch closely now that she's shaking that tree a little bit. That's not strong enough, Withney. Withney, do you want to communicate? Yes or no? If you want to communicate, please communicate clear. Can you agree to what I did ask? And if yes, can you please start to shake that tree in a way that the cameras also do capture that very good? Stronger. I'm gonna optimize my communication with Withney Houston a little bit because she's communicating too weak to make that good transparent to you, the people which are watching the video. And that is not very nice of her because she could do a lot better. And she communicated before that she's willing to communicate in a way that I can film it for you, the people which are watching the video. So, Withney, can you agree one more time that you could attack potentially all humans like that and no human could protect him or herself if you would do so? And now she's gonna use a higher wind level. She's gonna canalize the wind again to make that clear here in the area over here, and shake the whole tree a little bit, Withney. Withney, that's unacceptable what you are doing. You are able to communicate better. Then do that, please. Why do you not shake the whole tree? Why do you always behave like a little baby in front of a camera? And why do you not try to communicate clear? Because you are able to do so. So, can you agree? And I asked the last time, otherwise I will quit this video, because this video is shit already, because she's pissing me off. That creature, Withney Houston, is just pissing me off every day. She's going on my nerves and she's totally fucked up and she's not communicating very well. Shake it more. So Withney Houston, should we stop the video? Because you did produce such a fail. Now you can trigger the wind. Now you're shaking the tree because you want to do a new video where you look better than old. I explain that often when I produce videos regarding universal communication. Often creatures which have lived as human beings before have to optimize themselves in using environment to present themselves and to communicate towards living humans like that. That is not the case in Withney's case. She's just tripping instead of answering questions clearly. And that is something which is going on my nerves, because she agreed to the fact that we're going to speak about the situation I'm in before I started the video, and I even did ask her when I started the video. So you have seen that she communicated she would be willing to optimize herself and to communicate clear. And that's what I want to see, Withney. Do you get that? Yes. Okay. So, by the way, if I speak about such stuff, that is not nice for me, the man who got attacked in the past from a creature like Withney. It is totally embarrassing to do that in public, and I'm sure the most people which are watching the video do not even understand a bit of that, what I'm communicating, because the most people do not have the lifetime experience. So what you have seen here in this video is that Withney Houston, and she's triggering the wind right now to agree to that fact, did agree to the fact that she is attacking me with my human body, in my human body, by being connected in symbiosis to my human body, as soon as I try to communicate with one living woman, a woman I do love. And the reason is, Withney have her own private motivation, because she would like to see me in a relationship with her. And I do not want a relationship with Withney. That is my living situation. And Withney, you know that, right? You know that, yes or no? Do you want to say no? She's triggering the wind in the area over here where I'm looking at, okay? So, but I have told you that already a couple of 100 times maybe. And you can see that she's triggering now the wind stronger, so you can see more movement in the tree. Because it's correct, I told her like a couple of 100 times that I do not want a relationship with her. So she is in my human body against my will. That's the way the people which are watching the video can understand that. She did connect in symbiosis to my human body against my will, and she's influencing my human body daily very bad by causing pain, by causing problems in my human body, by attacking my organs, by, for example, giving my human brain the information that I have to go to the toilet, which is then true. So she's triggering my circulation system to go on my nerves. That's what Withney is doing every day, and she's doing that since months. And she did that quite a while, invisible for me, the living human in my human life. And she's agreeing to that strongly by triggering the wind. So Withney, to make that more clear, you did influence my human body for a long time to make me look stupid in front of the woman I love, without that I was able to realize it is you and what you are doing there. And she's canalizing the wind very strong for that fact. Okay? See the wind waves she's sending to the tree to shake that. So, for those people which do know my daughter since a longer while, you have seen me in video material often confused. You have seen me very stressed. You have seen me often in front of a camera when I was in a situation that I had a lot of pain in my human body, which did also lead to further stress in front of the camera. So you have seen in the past a lot of video material where I might have looked totally confused and stupid towards you, the people which are watching the video. And now you have learned that there's one creator already, in that case Withney, and she was connected in symbiosis to my human body and did attack me a long time in a way that I could see it, analyze it, identify it, and that I could communicate with her about it. And she did that before, invisible to me. So I had the pain, but I did not know what did cause the pain. Or I was confused, but I did not know what did cause that confusion. And all of that in front of a camera always. So when, or at least in situations where I was producing public data. Not always because I was producing public data to speak to the woman I love. No, I also produced a lot of public data to help other creatures which have lived as human beings before to reach their living family members. But because the woman could potentially also see that video material, Withney did influence me like that also when I was trying to help other creatures which have lived as human beings before, which were trying to reach their living family members. And in that way, with these attacks, she did destroy a lot of good situations where other creatures which have lived as human beings before were in the situation that if the attack would not have been there, they could have produced video material in the past to send a live signal to their living family members. Withney, can you agree to that by triggering the wind again to the tree so that the tree have more movement? And I ask more specific, can you agree to the fact that you attacked me often in situations when I was trying to produce such video material with other creatures which have lived as human beings before, which wanted to produce video material to reach their living family members? If you could agree to that point again one more time, that would be very great, so the people have the chance to understand that better. Can you agree to that? Yes, she gonna agree to that. You're gonna trigger the wind directly? Yes, she gonna trigger the wind directly. Please watch the crown. The wind is now reaching the tree and she's using a higher wind level so that you can see again more movement in the tree. So the tree starts to move as a reaction because the wind is canalized to the tree. Okay, with that, Withney is agreeing to the fact that she did destroy a lot of situations where I was trying to have other creatures which have lived as human beings before, which were willing to produce videos to reach out for their living family members. And then Withney did attack me in these situations to make me look stupid in front of the woman I love. And that did lead to a situation that a lot of these creators were unable to produce good video material and were unable to reach their living family members. And that's what Withney triggered the wind so strong for you, the people which are watching the video, that you can understand that better. So Withney caused with that a very sad situation in my life, because I was trying to help others and I got badly punished for that as well. And I got punished in a very bad way, because my human body was influenced bad and downgraded to make me look stupid in front of the woman I love. And of course that do hurt a lot. That do hurt me as a man a lot, that did happen in the past. Withney, can you, I'm gonna ask further questions just that the people which see the video material do understand it better. And I do that also because maybe the one woman I do love gonna see the video material for the other people to understand that. My private life is normally not a public life. I do not really like to produce public data about my private feelings and private situations. That is what I can give you as an information. But because I came into a complex and bad situation in general, I have to communicate also with the one woman I love in that way, because that's the only option at the moment. So, Withney, is it correct that you threatened me that in case I would meet that one woman I love, you would attack her? Is that correct? And if that's correct, can you please trigger the wind level very strong for that fact, so that in case she sees that video, that she's gonna be able to understand that? Is it correct that you threatened me you would attack her, the woman I love, in case I would meet her? And now if you watch the tree closely again in this area, Withney is canalizing the wind, triggering the wind, and that's why the tree is moving a lot more again. And with that, Withney is agreeing to the fact. So that you, the people, understand that I'm in a situation I would like to communicate with one specific woman. I would like to meet her. And I'm unable to do so because my table is full of threats that she could get attacked if I would meet with her. She could get tortured. She could get potentially even killed. That's my situation. As a man who's loving a woman which is unable to protect herself in case of attacks from creatures like Withney. Withney, can you agree to the fact that you did threaten me with all the stuff I spoke out in case I would meet her? So her death, that she could get tortured, and that you could cause a lot of pain in her life. Is that correct? Can you trigger the wind a little bit to the crown as well? I could see a lot of movement over here. You did shake the tree a little bit. Can you make it one more time very specific? You did threaten me with all these points I spoke out, is correct, right? And for the people which are watching the video, she's gonna canalize the wind now. She's agreeing to that, and that's why you can see much more movement here in the tree. Can you make that stronger, Withney? I mean, we're speaking here about serious threats, so please be clear. She's making that stronger to make that point clear. So how would you feel if you would be in my situation? Imagine you love a woman and you're unable to meet her because you know in case you would meet her, she could get attacked. You know in case you would meet her, she could get tortured by attacks from from creatures which have lived as human beings before and which can connect in symbiosis to her human body directly, and which can torture her and bring pain to her life with her own human body directly. How sad is that? And how mean? I'm sure the most people on planet Earth will be unable to understand the situation I'm in. But I can tell you it's a very painful and a very sad situation. Very sad. And I can tell you and I can explain to you that I get attacked every day. Every day. Withney is attacking me even when I just think about that woman, or when my natural feelings for that woman are coming up inside my human body, if you want it like that. As soon as that is happening, Withney is attacking me very quickly. And she's agreeing to that by triggering the winds. Withney, can you make that clear one more time? I'm gonna watch the camera, not the tree. And you can see that she's sending now wind waves to the tree. And that's why you can see now more movement in the tree. So she's using a higher wind level again to make that point clear. So she's making clear with that she's even attacking me inside my human body by causing pain and so on. If my natural feelings, which is love for that woman, come up inside my human body, or if I just think about her. It's that sad. So it's a conflict. That's why I started this video. I'm in a huge conflict, and that's very sad. In my eyes, Withney's behavior towards me, the living human, is unacceptable. She's agreeing to that because she knows my standpoint there. It's unacceptable, it's absolutely brutal, and it really do lead to a situation where it is nearly impossible to function during the normal lifetime. So, for example, a time period when I try to help other creatures which have lived as human beings before to speak out or to reach out for their living family members. When in such situation the attacks also come because Withney want me to look stupid in front of the camera, it is really difficult to handle. Very, very difficult. And it will lead to a situation in my life where I'm getting attacked every day up to 30, 40, 50 times on one day, in one day. So that's a lot. Withney, can you agree to the fact that you often do attack me easy 50 times a day? A day. And she's triggering the wind and canalizing the wind for that. She's agreeing to that fact. That do not mean that she's attacking me every day 50 times a day. But even that do happen in between, that she's attacking me so often. Withney, can you agree a little bit more clear to that? To that fact that you do attack me sometimes, depending on the day, very, very often, even up to an amount of 50 attacks a day. Can you agree to that? She's gonna agree to that, so she's gonna trigger now the wind. She's gonna canalize the wind. You can see that the wind is reaching the tree. And with that, Withney Houston is agreeing to the fact that she's, depending on the day, attacking me so often. And in case the one woman I do have feelings for sees that video here, you cannot imagine. You cannot imagine what that means to me, the situation I came into. You cannot imagine how painful it is for me even to upload that video here, because my private feelings should stay private, but I have no other way to communicate with you. And if you have judged me, Niall, because of the chaos data, because of the confused data and all that, I'm sure you have judged me wrong. And you ended in the trap of Withney then, because she manipulated my human body on such a high level that I did look so stupid towards you. And I'm speaking now to the one woman I have feelings for, not to the other people which are watching also the video, maybe potentially. Withney, I don't know if she have judged me, by the way, but can you agree to the fact that in case she have judged me, she must have judged me totally wrong, because of the situation you also caused by influencing my human body. Is that correct? Do you think she have not judged me yet? Is that correct? Then I can be a very happy man, to be absolutely honest, because the data is such a disaster from the past. For the people which are watching the video, Withney said yes, so that the one woman have not judged me wrong so far, or have not totally judged me. Her final judgment is not done, let me say it like that. I just can be happy about that, because for you, the people, you maybe do not know my data, my video data from the past. A lot of this video data is video data like this, so where I'm making universal communication transparent with creatures which have lived as human beings before, but regarding other topics, not that private. And if I look my own videos from the past, I always get a headache. I look at my own videos from the past and they look totally fucked up. And the reason is that I was looking so stressed in front of the camera, and that I had so much pain in my human body, that my stress level was so high that I did communicate very bad in front of the camera. My language skills, depending on the video, were totally fucked up. I did look totally stressed and confused in a lot of these videos, and totally aggressive, depending on the video. I do remember, and I just can remember very few, and I did not upload all of the videos. A lot had to be deleted because of such attacks. Withney, can you agree to the fact with a strong wind wave that you cause extra often stress in my daily life, so that I then have a day where I'm totally stressed out, so a day I cannot enjoy, a day where I cannot take a rest because of your attacks, with the goal just to stress me and to make me look stressed in video material which are potentially produced on such days. Withney, can you agree to that fact that you do often attack me by, for example, causing pain in my human body, or by causing one signal inside my human body after the other, just to cause stress in my human life, in my daily life, so that I then look stressed in the videos and freaked out, if you want it like that? Because some of the videos I've seen, I really look like a freak, because I got so much stressed inside my human body during the moments when the video material was full. So, Withney, she's triggering the wind now for the people who watch it closely. Can you use a higher wind level even? She's gonna agree with a higher wind, to the fact, and with more movement of the tree, to the fact that she's often attacking me in my daily life, to create a situation where I then in reaction to these attacks look totally stressed towards others, and that I am totally stressed regarding my own day. Withney, can you make that clear with a strong wind wave? That would be very, very great if you can agree to that. Do you want to agree to that? Yes. She want to agree to that? Then please start to trigger the wind now, so that it is specific for the people which are watching the video, that they can always see the specific communication. That's why it's important to be clear now, please. Can you agree to the fact? Then trigger the wind, please, to a good wind level. So she's triggering the wind. I'm just going to explain to the people what I see. She's triggering the wind now, and more wind is reaching the tree. I give her a moment to use even a higher wind level than this. And if you watch the tree closely, you can see more and more wind, for example, reaching this area. And that's why you have more movement in the tree. Withney, you have to use a higher wind level than this. That is not even enough for the cameras, how they're placed. That's what I have to tell you. It's not enough. The cameras are not good enough. Okay, so can you shake the tree one time to make that more clear? She's gonna shake the tree one time. She's gonna use a higher wind level. She's gonna start to canalize the wind now, and then you guys gonna see one more time more movement in the tree. And with that, Withney Houston is agreeing to the fact that she often is attacking me just to cause stress in my life, so that I then look stressed in front of the camera if I produce video material. So, Withney, start to do so, please. And yes, you do have a goal by stressing me. I know that, yes. And she's triggering the wind to say yes. And I received the extra information. She wants to make clear that with that strategy, she's trying to achieve her goal, so that I cannot meet with the other woman, the woman I love, so that I'm staying free for potentially Withney. Okay, that's a sad video, huh? Relationship problems of a high king, and I'm not even in a relationship with Withney because I do not want that. So that was my video with Withney Houston for today. It was not perfect. Next time you should optimize yourself a little bit better, Withney, to be absolutely honest. I'm gonna ask Withney some more questions, and these questions could get interesting for the one woman I love. Withney, you did... I have to choose my words now carefully to not say something wrong. Withney, you did try to have sex with me a couple of times, is that correct? By connecting in symbiosis to my human body, by being connected to my human brain, by manipulating the chemicals my human brain is producing, by triggering orgasms and stuff like that. So you wanted to have sex with me as a creature which have not a human body anymore, by being connected in symbiosis to my human body, and you did try that a couple of times, right? Is that correct? If that's correct, please trigger the wind clearly for that. So Withney is clearly triggering the wind now, and that's why you can see. More clear, please. More clear, please. Be clear. Use a good wind level to make that point clear, please, Withney. So I give Withney a moment to react, because I would like to see it more clear for the people which are watching the video, that you have the chance to understand it, okay? If you watch the area here, she's triggering now more wind, and that's why you could see more movement in this tree. Withney, a high wind level always, please. Okay? Really important. The people are not that smart that they do understand that easy. The people which are watching the video. Okay? They're just not that smart too often. So you have to present yourself clearly. You have to answer with a good wind level that the tree really is shaking, that the people can see the difference. She's gonna try that and she's agreeing to that. Okay, so one more time. Can you produce a lot of wind to make clear that you did try to have sex with me a couple of times? Like creatures, like you are able to have sex with humans. She's triggering the wind more now for that. Use a higher wind level. Shake it more, please. So, and now she's sending more wind. She's shaking it more. She's using a higher wind level. She's starting to do so, so I'll give her a moment to do that. That's the important part for the people which are watching the video, that they are able to understand it. And Withney, you failed. Is that correct? So I did not wanted to have sex with you in a way that I would have accepted to have sex with you. Is that correct? Yes or no? If that's correct, please trigger the wind very clearly for that. And she's triggering the wind very clearly to agree to that point. Now you can see she's using a strong wind level to agree to that. So, for those of you which cannot imagine, and there are gonna be a lot of you, creatures which have lived as human beings before can connect in symbiosis to human bodies, as I explained. They can trigger human bodies, and of course they can have sex with humans. They can also trigger orgasm, make the non-real feelings stronger, so that the human do feel them stronger, the biological feelings of the human body, and so on. They're capable of doing a lot of stuff. Whitney Houston was unable to have sex with me with my will, and she did rape me a couple of times in the past. Withney, can you agree to that fact? You sexually raped me often. Is that correct? So it is correct. Withney will trigger now the wind to make that point clear, and I'm going to give Withney a moment to react to that, so that you see a good and strong wind wave, because otherwise you, the people, will be not able to understand that. So Withney, can you make that point clear, please? Yes or no? Okay, then start to do so now, please. Make it more clear. I can see. Withney, please. You wanted to communicate clearly, then do that. Can you agree to that? Yes. And you can agree to the fact that you have raped me a couple of times, correct? Then trigger the wind strongly. Strong. Stronger. So, and now the people can see she's agreeing to that clearly. Okay? And that is nothing romantic. That's for me as a living human, these are very sad and brutal experiences. And it's a shame, because I was the whole time in the situation that I wanted to speak to a woman that I really love, a living woman. And of course, if you want to do that, you do not want to have sex with other creatures which have lived as human beings before, even not creatures which have lived as women before, and even not if they are able to produce orgasms which are stronger and longer than an orgasm normally would be. Even them not. Withney, can you agree to the fact that if you're connected in symbiosis to, for example, my body, you can create one orgasm after the other, and you even can hold the orgasm in my human body for a longer while than a human man normally would feel an orgasm. If you do that by being connected in symbiosis to my human body and by influencing my human body. Is that correct? Then please trigger the wind one time clearly to make that point clear. That would be very important, I think, for people to understand that. So please start to do now, and she's going to react. She's agreeing to that. She is triggering the wind, and I'm going to explain a little bit, and she can agree to that by always using a higher wind level. Okay, so watch the tree closely now. So they can connect in symbiosis, for example, to a man's body like mine. Then they can connect to the brain. And these chemicals, which are produced by your human body, if you have an orgasm, these chemicals, they can produce by influencing and ordering the human brain to do so. And because they can do it so specific, a man who have sex with creatures like creatures which have lived as humans before, which are able to do so, can feel a much stronger orgasm and a much longer one than he ever could feel if he would normally sleep with a living woman. Withney, can you agree to that by triggering the wind very strong? And she's agreeing strongly to that by triggering the wind clearly and specific. Okay? So for living women to understand that better, what creatures which have lived as women before can do if they sleep as creatures with man's connected in symbiosis to the man's body. What they're able to cause feelings. So what they're able to trigger feelings, how strong these feelings are, how long they last, all these specific points. Living women are never going to be able to have such a good sex with the man, as a man would see it, as creatures potentially can do that, which have lived as women before. So for living women, it is really unfair, the topic in general, because all of you regarding the technical aspects are lost compared to creatures which have lived as women before and which want to have sex with living men. The other part of having sex are feelings. So I do not want to have sex with Withney, and that's what she cannot surreal cause it, but she can trigger the human body badly. So I just did speak quite open in this video a little bit about different points. Do not lose yourself there. I just wanted to produce the video to make to the public clear the video data you have seen from the past was often produced in a situation where my human body got influenced badly, invisible, so that you, the people, just could see the bad result in the video, but you could not see what did cause all the stress, all the confusion you could see if you were watching me in the videos and all that. And that's why I was producing this video, to try to explain that a little bit better, in that case with Withney, because Withney did attack me so often and did so often cause such situations where I then did produce video material where I was looking in the video material totally stupid towards the public. If I speak about things regarding body sharing, please be aware the topic is dangerous. It's nothing funny, it is dangerous, it can be very harmful, and humans cannot protect them in case of attacks. And please be aware, if you get more and more knowledge in the topic of body sharing, your future knowledge, your knowledge in the future could be the reason why you potentially could get attacked from other creatures which have lived as human beings before, which then could connect in symbiosis potentially to your human body to attack you, to torture you, to so on, just because you have the knowledge how the communication works regarding body sharing. That's why I'm always telling in videos the people, be aware, body sharing is a very, very dangerous topic. It's also very, very dangerous to get the knowledge and the consciousness level in that topic, because that can lead to attacks, even if you do not want to get attacked by other creatures which have lived as human beings before. So I'm gonna ask Whitney Houston one last question regarding the woman I love. Whitney, can you agree to the fact that you could analyze a lot regarding my human body, and would you agree to the fact that you can come to the conclusion that I do love that woman? Yes or no? Yes. Then trigger the wind for that strongly. Wind because I love. Me, Niall. So, Withney is now triggering the wind strongly to make that point clear and make it stronger, make it more clear. That would be great. That would be a little bit fair for the woman and for me. And she did trigger the wind. She's making that stronger to make that point clear. So her analysis regarding me is that I do love the other woman. And that's why she's behaving like that. And that's true. I do love that other woman, and I would like to be with her. I would like to see her every minute of my life, but at the moment I'm unable to do so because of all these little facts you just have heard. So I'm gonna end that live video, and as I said, there's gonna be an upload with the other camera views later in the internet. And regarding me, I want to get rid of Withney as soon as possible, but she's ignoring that. So in case she's gonna stay against my will in the area where I live, or maybe even also in my human body, I maybe will produce another videos with her on another day and later. And thank you very much for watching. Your Niall Sebastian Power-Sieger, and that was Withney Houston. She identified herself as Withney Houston, and I know it is Withney Houston. Thanks for watching.